Hey buddy, it's Invicta. Time another Eden Run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. Happy Thursday, Mosh Pit. We did have another video crossing 3,000 likes now, only 4 away from Alt Path Week and Alt Pills Week, which, if things go well, may start on Sunday. But it's got to be quite the streak here for the YouTube Mosh Pit. Thank you all very much for all the support, as always. Hope your Thursdays are going off to a great start. Here's your meme of the day, brought to you on this Invictus subreddit. Meme of the day and also Mosh Pet of the day by Noisy Plague 113 on this Invictus subreddit. Title of the thread was Bishop Echo. And then in the thread they said, when I first adopted my cat, I called him Bishop Echo. And as soon as I got into Isaac, the miter became my favorite item, and I always call it the Echo. It'll forever be my favorite item because of him. And there is the picture of Echo with the miter. I mean, it does kind of look like it was made for a cat, but if anything from South Park has taught us anything, then obviously it was made for rabbits. Those of you who get that reference, hey, you a G. See, oh my gosh. Well, we're starting off with Brittle Bones and Genesis. Delta Hotel Charlie Juliet 43 Quebec, Quebec. Interesting. Now, since we're starting off with Brittle Bones, we should have plenty of bone hearts to pick from here. So I know that's Curse the Unknown, but because I know the Brittle Bones starts us with 6 bone hearts, we should have 6 at the start here. But I'm not going to nuke all of them at the start. Normally I would, just because obviously I want to have as much tears rate as possible. But in this case, with it being Curse the Unknown, I don't quite know for sure. And if there's ever an uncertainty with how much HP you have or don't have, and you're considering taking damage for any means at all, then don't. Just be careful with it is all I'm saying. This is a pretty tricky room here. But Genesis start is interesting because on one hand, in a way, Genesis is not really a good starting item. Now, don't take that out of context, because we all know some people love to do that. All I'm saying is that Genesis at the start here does not actually give us much benefit. We're not going, if we started off with a good Eternal item, like, we're not going to get rid of it anytime soon. Whereas the D6, on the other hand, I think is a worthy replacement for Genesis. So I'm going to do something really, really hot takey-ish, and I'm just going to reroll Genesis. We get Sack Dagger, baby. Let's go. I'm down for that. I mean, like, think about it. I want you to objectively think about it for a second here. If we started off with Genesis, right? Genesis is not going to give us anything anytime soon. If we have a decent start, like we do, because Brittle Bones is awesome. If we have a decent start with Brittle Bones, then it simply does not mean, it doesn't really pay for us to get rid of it, only for a choice of one item and one item only, right? Out of Genesis. I mean, we get 3 pedestals to choose from, but we can only take one, and then that's that. And then whatever we get, we get. So yeah, it might be okay, but most likely it's probably not going to be better than Brittle Bones, and we're only going to get 1 stab at it. So. Whereas the D6, we can give ourselves multiple chances for different items, and giving us the reroll. You know, it was nice that Genesis did turn into Sack Dagger. Again, a very solid item for us to get. Even after all the nerfs and everything like that to Orbitals, Sack Dagger, if you can still use it properly, it's still very good. And, you know, we've acclimated, I think, by now. We get a Soul Heart. I am going to take the Soul Heart now because, again, I don't know how many Bone Hearts I've actually gone through now. I know I've gone through 2, but I don't know how much more we start with. Considering this is an Eden start, I wouldn't necessarily say that I'm almost certain that we start with 6, but I could be wrong. And again, it's not really something that you want to be wrong with. So go ahead and fill up some of the bones. So it does pain me to reroll Genesis, but it just makes more sense here, to me anyway. D6 is going to give us a lot of utility, a lot of options early on to really ball out of control, especially before our first Devil Deal. Sack Dagger is going to shut things down, and yeah, we'll get a range and tier upgrade. Or tier size upgrade. And it looks like we did start with 6, so I was correct. Okay. Good to know. Good to know for everybody else. Going to last week's question of the episode, coming in from the Scream episode, which of course was a pretty legendary one. Considering that we didn't really get a chance, we don't really get a chance ever to spend a full run with Larynx, and that one just turned out to be beautiful. This one coming in from Dennis. Long time no see, Dennis. Dennis said, he said, question of the episode, if you got the opportunity to design a new floor for Isaac, what kind of floor would you design? What would the enemies look like, and what... Okay, thank you. And what kind of music would be played? I would really, really, really like some kind of... I would like a video game themed version of an Isaac floor. And what I mean by that is not something that's like drab and dreary like the sewers or a desert or something like that. Like I would like to see 2 floors fully dedicated. And by 2 floors I mean, like, you know, if it was an XL floor or if you got floor 1, floor 2. Fully dedicated to parodying like different video games. I think that would be neat. And then for the music, you know, it's easy to come up with parodies for, you know, like Minecraft or Mario Brothers or something like that. It would be something chiptune-y for sure. Not really upbeat, I don't think. But you know, just sort of in that Isaac fashion, that Isaac theme that Planet Ridiculon goes for, and I think that would work. So, and if you think about it, like another thing that would kind of tie into other games that Ed has done would be like a Game Boy theme game or floor, you know, much like he does in Super Meat Boy, or even End is Nigh or Gish. Having that old school feel would definitely fit Isaac, even though it already is a you know, it is an old school feeling game, an old school looking game with all the pixel art and everything like that. I still think that you can go backwards and go to like more an 8-bit version. And that would be cool. And I'm not talking about like Retrovision. I'm saying like, you know, keep Isaac the way he is, or maybe make him 8-bitified. I don't know. But really kind of hone in on the whole video game, like lean into the video game aspect, the aesthetic. I think that would be awesome. So that's what I would say. I would love to see a level like that, a floor. I mean, you could call it like, you couldn't call it the basement because like we're already kind of in the basement. You could call it like, I don't know, the lair or something, and then have the bosses be video game themed, like a dragon, or, you know, you can't make specific references, I don't think, anyway. But you think of like stereotypical video game bosses: a dragon, a pirate king, a giant ape, you know, stuff like that. Mike Tyson. I mean, that would be a funny one. Isaac versus Mike Tyson. Imagine the headlines. I got Tyson 100% though. We were able to buy a key here. I do want to nuke. I really want to get rid of our bone hearts because that's so many tiers to kind of just have there and not be cashing in. We can do it on the sack room, but that would keep us that would keep us with angel deals. However, with the D6, I'm more inclined to go for devil deals, just because we have we don't have to give up HP. B, we also get a chance to have, you know, quality top tier angel deal items, but we also get the extra benefit of having extra items because we're able to bomb for the key statue and everything. So I think that it makes more sense here to say nuts to devil deals. Let's see what we can get, and also cash in the tears upgrade from Brittle Bones. Now we don't want to give up all of our bones yet because there is a heart inside of the shop. So let's get that one done here. Every time we, by the way, every time we destroy a bone heart, we're able to gain a permanent tears upgrade, and that goes for the entire run. I mean, when you're right, you're right. Unfortunately, we don't have a bomb, so it's a little bit of my bad on that, but we end up getting Godhead, and now we have the ability to... We've got the ability right now to still do what we wanted to do, which was just get Angel Deal statues and the Angel Keys. It's going to be a little bit dicey because we're not going to have a whole lot of HP left here, but 30 cents is great. Having a reroll for the 2 key pieces is also great. Thought about rushing up there and trying to get Uriel with the bombs here, but that's okay. Our tears rate's great. Godhead is doing some numbers here. Get the soul hearts. That's probably the better of the 2 in this spot. Gonna go after Gabriel. We're gonna get 2 angel key pieces, then we can reroll these. Not for angel deals, but we can at least get 2 extra items from the global pool, and that's fine by me. Yeah, hey, you know what? Blood of the Martyr, I'll freaking take it, dude. Excellent, excellent play right there. Excellent. So we end up coming up with Godhead here on floor 2. We were able to cash in all of our bone hearts from Brittle Bones. We still don't have a bomb, so that doesn't matter. And we were able to also get an extra damage up there, courtesy of Blood of the Martyr, which is a very, very nice, strong devil damage upgrade here to go along with our Godhead aura. It's just When a plan comes together, hey, you know what? It feels great. Go ahead and lay the smackdown on Baby Plum real quick. Hopefully we get a movement speed upgrade. We don't, but we get another tiers upgrade here, Mr. Dolly. No soul hearts, but hey, you know what? We are absolutely crushing it. Yeah, we need some stuff here. We end up getting a soul heart randomly out of the steel chest. I'm down with that. Penny sack giving us a penny, and we also got a key. Man, oh man, is it Thursday today, or are we sure this is the right game we're playing here? February continuing to show the fun. End up getting a bomb as well, which is nice. Unfortunately, this is not tied to a... Yep. Unfortunately, this is not tied to a secret room. Secret room most likely... No, it could be there, but it's probably not. Look at that range as well. 10.33 range thanks to Tropicamide. That is, that's going to help us out greatly. Staying safe. Secret room might be north of here. It's probably... it's 50-50 because there is a door there. Door possibility. Yeah, this looks like the secret room. Got some Yaves. One extra bomb to raise our Devil Deal chance. Now, if we end up finding another sack room, do we play it again? With the D6, I feel like you kind of have to. I think with the D6, it's just a matter of how many items you can get stacked inside of the room that you're trying to roll, right? And being able to re-roll 2 or more item pedestals that's just pure value. Stack of pennies helping us out, getting a little bit of our money back. We get mystery sack, because I mean, might as well get just sacks on sacks on sacks. I do like me some fanny pack. Fanny pack can be quite good if you find a temperance machine. We get flying. Using here, we can save ourselves a key or not. Super secret room is going to be meow. Oh, what a nightmare of a floor this is. Look at that map, dude. This is actually one of my least favorite rooms in the entire game. Is any room that has a bunch of eternal flies. No, thank you. Get old Husky. Down goes Husky. Synth oil, which is going to give us even more range and damage, so I'm not going to poo-poo that. Stack of pennies drops us a cardio coin, which, Lord knows I need to do some cardio, man. Weirdly enough, I've been actually starting to get in the mood to start walking again. I don't mean again as if like I lost the ability to walk. I mean just walking for enjoyment, also walking for a little bit of exercise. I could never get down with power walking though. Power walking always ends up hurting my shins. Like I get really bad shin splints. That comes from the time of when I played football so long ago. Galaxy far, far away. I hate that happened. Somehow we actually landed. That bomb exploded here, like right here. I'm shocked that actually hit the secret room. Get a golden bomb, which is gonna be nice. And unfortunately, one thing that you don't want to ever do with the D6, if you had mediocre items, is you don't want to ever leave a floor with a full charge on the D6. That means you didn't use it. And you definitely should be using it because the D6 is one of the most iconic and well-known items, and also one of the strongest items in the game. Being able to simply just re-roll an item pedestal was super strong. Go for the wide-eyed champion Globin right away. Just knock him out. Now for Godhead, we want to get some piercing shots, as that will increase the efficiency of the Godhead aura. Meaning that it doesn't really matter how bad or good our accuracy is, as long as we fire somewhere within the vicinity of the target that we're going for with Godhead, it's going to hit. That's if we get piercing shots. A majority of your damage is not dealt through the tier damage. Obviously, it's coming from the Godhead aura. There we go. Trail, nah. I'll take Bloody Gust. I mean, we're probably not going to get too much use out of Bloody Gust, but it's nice to have in case we do find a way to kind of game the HP here and there. Gives us a movement speed upgrade, and more importantly, a tears upgrade for the floor. It doesn't last unless, of course, we get rock bottom, which would be very nice. Some real value here out of this golden bomb. World card, sure, we'll take it. Ain't gonna poo-poo that. Love to have flying to get to those mushrooms down there, just to search for some magic mush. That would be a fantastic addition to the run. Nice little soul heart here. We definitely needed one. That dime sound again. The sack of pennies is just so good. It's just constant value. It's just a little bit of a drip feed of value that you get every now and then. And it can really start to carry you later on if you need the coin. I mean, you know, it goes well if you end up having keeper sack or anything like that. Saw that we took damage from those Mullabooms that were placed weirdly close to the door. And we absolutely do not want to pass up a shop here. I don't know if we'll ever... I don't know if we're going to make boss rush or not. We probably won't, but with Godhead, we still kind of have a pony in the race right now. Treasure map is a go, for sure. Absolutely, we'll take Red Stew as well. And might as well grab a Soul Heart. Half price key, eh. Nose Goblin plus Godhead is absolutely massive. Absolutely massive. Yeah. P upgrade. Mystery Sack just gave us a soul heart, and I'm down for that. And D Bizzle. Can we make boss rush? Let's find out. Curse the Unknown. We don't need to use the world card here. We know exactly where we're going. Can use the Fool card to get out of here, though. We might as well save us time. We can grab the Gilded Key just to get one key extra, but we're definitely going to stick with Nose Goblin here. We should go into the Curse Room. We have plenty of HP here. And, yep. Any pack dropped us a red heart, so D-Bizzle's already kind of loading up here. Yeah, this is kind of what I'm talking about. Our killing power is now really, really high. The sack room, but unfortunately with Curse the Unknown, plus us trying to make boss rush. The reason why boss rush is prioritized a little bit higher than normal here, even though I do prioritize boss rush greatly to a fault, is because we have the D6. Still have not found our item room yet, by the way. There you go. I hope you all are happy. We willingly took Voodoo Head. I think after last week's okay. After last week's judging of Isaac. You know, Voodoo Head gets a fair shake, although it is going to be depths 2 here in a second. We had 10 bombs, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We should have enough for a secret room, or for a full charge or the devil deal if we end up getting one. Big value bomb right there. Oh yeah. Yeah. And us having Red Stew giving us that big damage boost is also going to really fire up our killing power here. Oh, D Bizzle's gonna have a field day. Unfortunately, we're gonna be one reroll short. It's gonna be one full charge short of a reroll here, but should have just taken that reroll, that full charge there. Eternal Heart, we get marbles, which I don't really want, and a Krampus fight, which is going to give us a reroll now. We can reroll this, and yep. All right, so it ended up not hurting us. Spades doubles our keys. Gotta get a move on. First the unknown again. I did use the world card, even though we have the treasure map here. So I know exactly where we need to go. What we're really looking for here is a Fool card, Tinted Skull, or any kind of teleport card would work, really. I mean, Mystery Sack could just give us one. The dime sound here. And we did not find the Fool card, so we got to go backtrack a little bit. There's just one in here, which there is an Emperor card. Devil card kills Mom instantly, but it doesn't help us because we have to get back out of Boss Rush. And we've only got a minute and a half to do it while also killing Mom, so maybe we get lucky it's down here. Nope. Got less than a minute left, and it's going to be all the way up to the item room, isn't it? Yep. Yep. I can already tell. It's either going to be there or next to the shop. So we did the entire map here. There's our Tinted Skull right next to the far extreme side. We did get a dime though. Got to move on. We got to move on, Isaac. Got to go. We got less than 40 seconds. Pick up the pace, son. We're gonna, if we make this, it's gonna be just in the nick of time. Remember, we still have to kill Mom, and also take our Devil Deal if we do get one. Gonna be close. Sat in there. I don't mind taking a hit with Sack Dagger. Didn't get a Devil Deal. I'm gonna take the negative. I just want to take the negatives because I just want more damage. And Charm of the Vampire is not bad, but we could re-roll this and get something better than that. It is a very nice it is a nice damage upgrade, but I think we can do better. And we absolutely did better. SMB Superfan, baby. All right, Voodoo Head. I mean, my Shadow ain't bad, but it's not what we want. Oh, we are full on HP. Wow. I did not realize that. Well. Color me surprised. Because there's our other curse room over there. Courtesy of Voodoo Head. We only get basically 3 floors worth of payout from Voodoo Head. Shoot the whoop. Shoot the whoop ain't bad, but not what we're looking for. We could use it as a reroll pedestal, though. Our tears rate is just nuts. Notice how we are not actually hitting this barrel? Somehow. PhD would have been nice, but unfortunately it's not in here. And we get a hermit card. It's a random teleport. Let's go and put some money back in the bank here. I was hoping we were going to find a full charge, but we didn't, and that's okay. I mean, we can take the devil, we can take the reverse devil card, but we would only exclusively be using that to kill Mom's heart. And I don't think we're going to need any help with that regard. One here, soul hearts. Hey man, Voodoo Head doing work. Now I could teleport out of there with the hermit card, but I'm just going to choose not to. Now this is what I want our Tears Rate to be right here. Or we could take the Emperor card. Let's go take the Emperor card. I forgot that we had one in there. Take two. Trying again. Go back over here. Do this. Do that. There we go. All right. We did it. We got there, Reddit. We got there. Of course, having the treasure map is going to allow us to go beeline it for the bosses. Normally, we can pretty much tell which way the boss is going to be, judging by a couple of factors. Mainly just where we spawn on the map versus the most extreme far side of whatever floor we're on. Plenty of keys here, so I don't mind going to a dice room. In the room D20, we get a whole bunch of keys. And you're seeing here the Godhead, even after we've lost the red stew buff, Godhead's still doing lots of damage here. And also performing very well with Nose Goblin. Actually, I was surprised it's not there. Yeah, this is not going to be a good fight for Skull-X, I can tell you that right now. Problem for Skull-X is that we have Godhead, and Godhead's going to hit every part of his body. Old Bandage. I mean, Old Bandage is fine, I guess, but it's not... It's not what I want. I want something nice, like, say, Incubus, for example. Now, I did make a misplay there. What I should have done is I actually should have... I should have played the Demon Judgment first and then taken Incubus, but oh well. What can you do? Another Curse of Lost. Man, this is like number 3 or 4 on this run. Any pack dropping us the Soul Heart. D-Bizzle, or Red Heart. D-Bizzle converted it to a Soul Heart. What was that? That was so weird, dude. I swear to God that this rock right here, the one underneath the nub, that one, the one directly to my southeast. On my screen, that looked like it was like black. It was enough to make me do a double take, let's put it that way. We have a Key Beggar here. We could definitely make some things happen with the Key Beggar. We're going to play... Alright, so we're going to look for a full charge. See if we can get a cheeky little reroll going. But we have the D6 for after all. And Mystery Sack and Sack of Pennies continue to pay out just beautifully. The luck upgrade, which is going to help us out with Old Bandage if we ever take damage and manage to get some red hearts back, which I don't really care to do right now. It's a Rainbow Champion. My God. Death card here. Go back to the arcade. That was a weirdly delayed drop there by Mystery Sack. I don't mind taking Satanic Bible here. But I definitely will still want to leave with the D-Sizzle.
The High Priestess.
Thank you, Matthias. Ooh, okay, we got a Bone Heart now. So remember, the Bone Hearts are going to allow us to get a Tears upgrade no matter what stage of the game we get them in. As long as we destroy them, they're going to add to our Tears rate. See if the late game Voodoo Head is worth it, and that one is a no. And remember, we also gain extra benefit for taking damage thanks to Bloody Gust. But that doesn't mean that we want to, unless we really had a ton of HP stored up, that doesn't necessarily mean that we want to just give it up. Oh my god, okay, well. Now we can go play the Sacrum Shuffle. We should go get the D6 first, though, because we're going to want to re-roll this. Alright, D-Biz will do your thing. Yeah. It's good enough.
Justice.
So it's those kind of plays that you need to have happen to really have a zero risk in doing a late game Sacrum Shuffle. All the way, I mean, without the wafer. So let's go back to getting the D-Sizzle. Satanic Bible got us most of the way there. It's not the right way to go. There'll be a Tinner Rock over here. Okay, got the D-Sizzle. Yeah, we need a full charge though, so we got to do a little bit more exploring, I think. Thought that we had a full charge already. Turns out, I thought wrong. That was instant death on pin, by the way. I don't anticipate us getting another full charge here on this floor. We've been pretty much everywhere that I can see anyway. Of course, I can't see anything because it's Curse the Unknown, or Curse the Lost again. Game doesn't want to see us. Want us to see what our plans are going to lead to. We're going to play the Sacrum Shuffle here. Well, we didn't quite get what I wanted there. We still could make Old Hushy though. Old Hushy might be a good shout. With 85 cents, that might be smart. My Emperor card, man. There's my Emperor card, man. Ain't doing this without my Emperor card. Although now with this little HP, I don't know. We'll see. It does make sense to go to Hush, but maybe on the second lap. Didn't get an angel deal anyway. He gives us a soul heart. I'm going to fight Hush. Okay, well. Gives a deal with 1 second left. Okay. Should get some opportunity here to at least gain a few HP. We can take Tractor Beam. It gives us another Tears upgrade. Taurus, I'm less enthused about. But it is nice. I mean, I hate the movement speed down, but it is nice later on when we're talking about needing invincibility. Can't buy this, unfortunately. All right, we got to be a little careful here because remember, we don't have the Polaroid invincibility. Godhead and Tractor Beam is a little bit of an anti-synergy because it kills the homing of Godhead. But I think that it's worth it with the tears that you get from it. Doing a little bit of damage here with the 4.5 volt or the 150 volt. I mean, see here, I'm trying to keep this side of Hush clear so I can actually hit him with the aura. We also need to land the nose goblins though, because they're going to also do a pretty decent amount of continuous damage. Overlapping Godhead aura is making things a little difficult to see. Every time we take damage, remember, we're going to be gaining tears and movement speed. Did we take an extra hit there? We must have been hit by something I didn't see. Surprise, surprise, I know. Yeah, this movement speed down is really, really dangerous. Second guessing my thought of taking Taurus here. Yeah, that was not a good fight for us. We lost a lot of HP there. E-Bizzle, it's up to you. You gotta bring us back, son. It did make sense, though, for us to go do Hush with this amount of money. I went up here because I thought maybe there'd be something interesting, but there's not. Secret room's there, though. Yes, we get a Steam sale that we can re-roll the D6 now. Rune bag. I'm gonna leave the rune bag there because I want that re-roll pedestal, that item pedestal in there is worth more than what the rune bag can give us. But now with this movement speed down that we got from Taurus, we got to be very, very on point here with our dodges. Luckily, our damage can pretty much ball with the rest of them. But we still have to be careful. The range is insane. We can hit stuff from across the entire millennia right now. There's a sack room, but obviously it would be a less than stellar play at this HP. Get a clear rune. It's going to drop a rune, so we might as well try to get something. I think that, honestly, this is going to be too dangerous to use. The Soul of Azazel. Because of the way it just kind of pushes us around and stuff. E-Bizzle, holding it down. We get another Soul Heart here. Get another Soul Heart. Okay. Okay. Starting to look a little bit rosier for the idea of taking a Sacrum Shuffle here. Now, the real question is, do we use the reroll? First off, we have to get a full. We have to get a full. We've got to get a full. That actually might be nice for the double deal on the dark chest. We need to get a full tap of the Sacrum Shuffle in order for us to get maximum benefit out of having the D6 here, versus already having an item pedestal that we don't have to pay HP for in the secret room. So the play is different. There's pros and cons with each. What's the best item that we can get out of the secret room right now? Arky, Rock Bottom, Binge Eater. I legit didn't even see what was up there. Now the Empress card gives us 2 HP to work with, and that's something we can also use inside of the Sacrum Shuffle. The stacking Godhead aura is so strong. Yeah, then it gets interrupted by Taurus. Yeah, Taurus was a misplay. We should have just re-rolled it. Yeah, we get a Soul Heart here. Now we have to decide, what do we do? Do we go for the sack room to try to close it out, or do we just re-roll the secret room? I think the secret room makes more sense. We could also go into the curse room, and instead of using the HP that we were going to use in the sack room for the Sacrum Shuffle, we could simply just go into the curse room and maybe make even more HP or even more items. I'm going to do that. It's a little risky. Yeah, we get a refund of 2 here, but we're only going to keep 1. Yeah, that was not a very good trade there. Let's re-roll the clear rune, and we get Echo Chamber, which don't think Echo Chamber is going to matter here because we already have the Emperor. But I'll take Echo Chamber anyway. We could use Azazel's, the Soul of Azazel, and then use the Emperor card. I don't know if that Soul of Azazel is going to carry through. We're going to do a full clear here to attempt to get... Oh, that's so nice. Okay, now we get a Hierophant card attached with the Emperor card. The Hierophant card makes this a little bit more interesting. High Priestess is going to give us 2 more Soul Hearts. I was being pushed back by the Soul of Azazel. I couldn't get away from the mom foots. I should have just walked out of the room is what I should have done. Shoulda, coulda, woulda. We can use the Reverse Empress card to give us HP and also Soul Hearts. Now, something we got to remember is that we don't get the benefit of the Hierophant card. There's a potential for a lot Soul Hearts in here. Doesn't matter if we activate the Angel Statue. I mean, it's just gonna get dunked. We don't want to take the key because we want another key to spawn from the Angel Statue here. Although it's not going to really matter because we're not going to have a full charge anyway. Alright, against humanity. I don't think the card against humanity can actually give us anything that we would want. I'm just going to grab these Soul Hearts and be done with it. We do need to re-roll here. Victor Robes, Sister Maggie, and a Mom's Knife. I definitely want some Victor Robes because we don't lose anything by taking them. Let's get one re-roll and be done with it. Hey, you know what? This was a solid run. We kind of methodically acted early on there with the Sack Room Shuffle, and I'm really happy with the way that it turned out. Getting Godhead via the secret room, or not the secret room, but the Sack Room was fantastic, and the D-Sizzle ended up being the play of the game. All the way back when we started with Genesis, it would have been nice to have Genesis, obviously, but I stand by my decision on that. It would have taken way too long for us to activate Genesis and get the most amount of value out of there. So I'm going to call it there. Thank you for watching, everybody. Good Thursday run, though. Man, oh, man. Gotta love to see Godhead, and especially with the D-Sizzle. Let me know in your comments down below. Let me know what you would have picked. Would you have stuck it out with having Genesis? When would you have used Genesis, or would you have done what I would have done, which is just simply taking D6 and be done with it? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, everyone. Have a great Thursday. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks to patrons of mine like FlameGod310, Greg Davis, and Max Pare. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Invicta.